ridiculous. If you know the truth about Roman history, at that time, at that time, I'm bringing it up to this time in Roman history today is the Kinsey syndrome, the Kinsey report, or whatever. First of all, who would kill a man if he could raise a festering corpse back to life? The CIA. That's who would kill a man that could raise a festering corpse back to life. He could not raise his own festering corpse back to life because he had the enemy became his handler. You know, he is sick, which means he is disabled. He is in someone else's home. Although, you know, they said they moved out, this and another, but there was someone there possibly to take care of him, or maybe not. Maybe it was the diary of a mad black woman, you know? Maybe they just left my over there and shit. Who the fuck knows, you know? The one who wants to kill someone who can raise a festering body is the CIA. He is raising festering bodies. He does not know it, I guess. Maybe he does not look at it that way, or maybe he is saying this stuff literally because I know from here to hear him speak here and to hear him speak like maybe 2014 or something like that, you know, wow, his mind, he has raised his mind up so high. And sometimes now when I listen to him, I'm like, okay, I have to slow it down and play it back, you know, because I do not know metaphysics as he does. The terminology. Sometimes he says, okay, I know that, but I know it a different way. And sometimes he say he becomes a witness for me, a big time witness. He has really huge pieces to the puzzle, and this is why I listen to him. I'll be going back to all my peoples. Yo, they got one right there. Okay, we went through that yesterday. And I'm going to say it again. You will not be able to go back to all your peoples if you have been lobotomized. When CPS told me I could not, you know, like punish my children anymore, you know what, my form of corporal punishment, I just began to say, you know, when Abba gets out, he will get you straight. And then he goes and he says, you know, raise this one, you know, like it is a small one, you know. But the course, this is not a literal thing. These are characteristics of us. And most of these characteristics he is reading about is written in the books of Acts. That means that they are writing the scriptures. Even now, they are called the Adjustment Bureau. Wow. Mentioning the Adjustment Bureau is not a good thing for me. I'm surprised they did not call that. One day they want to fucking choke me and I think I'm just going to cough up my goddamn lungs, you know? There you go. Alright? If this crucifixion was a fact instead of a fable. Oh, they wanted me to forget. That's what the cough was about. Now, if I can come and raise you up and say, hey, we both put our money together, you know? And we can begin to build on both our money, and there's only two of us, you know? Someone else will see that, and they see that you begin to soar, you know? You begin to do this, and now you're doing that. They will want to be a part of it, or they will really give you a donation. So someone want to be a part of it, so now they're putting their money into the pot, right? When they put the money into the pot, now we can buy land. We have builders. There are even brothers who used to go and get like furniture and stuff, you know, off the road. Can't do it today, big bucks. And they would fix that stuff up. It would be so elegant. It would be in the hotels. It will be so elegant. You see the before picture and the after picture. Then, you know, of course, Job, you know, he dealt with the gold. And then in the hair products. And then there was brothers who were electricians, and then there were the young male children. They were like proteges of electricians and plumbers, and even 12-year-old girls were midwives. You see, my Abba King, he was raising Lazarus at the end of Lazarus. In the United States, you look at the word Lazarus, to me it look like laser. Abba came and stood in the way of the lasers to keep us in the belief system that they gave to us using neurolinguistic programming after the bombing of everyone in the 1920s. You know, scared the fuck out of us. They traumatized the fuck out of us. Most of us were children. So of course we would go that way. And that's who would want to kill someone who can raise a festering course. Illuminati, CIA, the president, the pop of Loontown, and the queer of England. She is at the top. She is the one who said to go and get rid of Beelzebub. And there's something else you do not know. In the scripture, someone slaps my elbow. That was Barbara Bush, bitch ass. Yes, they even took my elbow to the White House, and she slapped the shit out of my elbow. She sure did. And that's why it's in the montage. It says, your mama had more balls than your daddy, bitch ass. Something like that. But it's in there to call George Bush daddy a bitch ass. Because that's all they are. They're bitches. Who wanted to get rid of you, of my elbow? Who wanted to get rid of the one who was raising the festering dead fucking bodies? Lazarus. Who wanted to get rid of him? The Bushes. They were there. And also in the Bible, in the book, it says, this will be in the midst of the bushes. The ones who want to take him out will be in the midst of the bushes. This is how I know now we are talking about my Abba and not the prophet. The bushes, if they were around during the prophet, I did not see them in any of the research, and he has not mentioned it. But the bushes were around when my Abba was there. And the host that will come to get my Abba will be in the midst of the bushes. What is in the midst of the bushes in the United States? Who did this shit? The government. And the word government is go. It's also over men. Go over men. You know? And that's what they did. So those are the ones who wanted to kill him. These are the Pink Man's books that he is taking notes from. The Pink Man is not going to tell us the story of a melanated man. The only time he has melanin in his books is when he is researching it. Spending a lot of money on our form of melanin. There are many types of melanin, but the one that gives us our color, the one that gives us our hue, the one that makes us human and makes them mankind. But yet they spend so much money on it. But they will not say, oh, the melanated ones, the melanated beings. No, they will say black, the black people, the black people, the black people. Black, 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 black. Because you lack who you be. That's why they gave you black to say. And they used who? James Brown. Isn't that true? James Brown. James, the derivative of Jacob. And the word brown is the word owner. And it starts with a B. So now they own this little brown Jacob, who tells us, and they use him to tell us that we are black. Say it loud. And black and I'm proud. Do you know I got my ass beat for that? Because I was not black. No, would I have been proud to be black? But Jenkins beat my ass until I said, okay, yeah, I'm black. My sister Deborah called me black. I kept saying I'm not black, I'm gold. She kept calling me black. I kept saying I'm gold. And then, sometimes, my sister Deborah, and sometimes I couldn't be so hateful to her too. So she was like so hateful to me. I went in the house crying, and I went to tell Frankie J. Deborah keeps calling me black, and I'm not black, I'm gold. And Jenkins got furious. But hey, Jenkins was also in the military, so he was always under mind control on how to raise us. And Jenkins beat up my ass. Yes, he did, until I said I was black. So I think he beat my ass until I was black and blue. Do I hate Jenkins for that? No. I mean, while he was doing it, of course. 15, 20 minutes, well, yes. However, once he gave me the Sermon on the Mount, because Jenkins would beat your ass in quietness. He would not say this or say that. And then a couple of minutes, maybe an hour or so after it's done, no, he is going to give you a Sermon on the Mount of why you got your ass beat. And for me to say I am not black was to deny everything that the white man had done to us. So now we are checkerboard, white and black, white and black. A checkerboard, chessboard, or what the fuck. Still can play checkers on a chessboard. And, okay, so I can, like, get with what I think is, would want me, to be black. The Black Panthers, he brought that up, this and that, just so much stuff. So, however, once I turned 16, I was never black again. Okay, I'll be black today. I'll be black until I turn 16. When I turn 16, don't call me black. I am not black. I am gold. And I've been that way ever since I was 16. I did that. I don't want to keep talking about it. Murdered by a mob.
Jesus was buried very privately by one man. So John adds another figure, I guess, early, one to carry the foot of the coffin. John 19, 38 to 40. Perhaps both men were rich, as was the requirement in Isaiah 53 and 9. This version of a super simple
sometimes, like when he was talking about the burial of Jesus or the burial of this person and that person, and he was carried, to his burial, that is Malcolm X.
On board to the funeral for a man that worked incredible wonders just a few days before, stinks of churches.
And he did. My Abba did, and Malcolm X did, and Prophet Noble Jew did, and Marcus Garvey did, and Haile Selassie, he worked big time miracles. I mean, he had boots. See, so even the Jesus they gave you in the book, it's not one person. It is just us. And just us with many, Mary Magdalenes. And then he said there was a woman that wailed for Jesus. There's always females that wail for our Jesus, as always. I mean, there were 3 females I know for a fact that wail for Malcolm X. He does not even know he is a Jesus too. If he were not, I wouldn't be listening to him. Just us. Stephen.
After was murdered by a mob, but was buried by devoted men.
No. This is my Abba also. He was murdered by a mob. This is also Elijah Muhammad. You didn't see him being murdered by a mob, did you? But he was murdered by a mob. Covert operation, the mob, COINTELPRO. But COINTELPRO for all of them. However, with Elijah Muhammad, wow, they were so secretive. And now, Farrakhan is the only one left standing. Someone, Amy, she sent me a video of something he was talking about. I don't know. For some reason, even when I say, let me see what he is saying, I might get left out. Because if Farrakhan is the one that is to, have this door to open, and we all become sovereign, I will be left behind. I'm not going where a Muslim is anyway, because we are not Muslims. And they want to say that the Prophet taught about being Muslims. He never did. The Prophet never even told anyone that Allah was God. The Prophet, he went to another land, in this land, they said he looked like Allah. As soon as he came into the land, people began to bow down. And he was confused. So he thought maybe they are bowing down because, he is from the United States. They're trying to make me forget. After he was taken to, I guess the tribe that he was going to stay, the area he was going to stay at, the leader there, even bowed down to him. And once they sat down, to get comfortable because he had traveled a long way, the chief told Prophet Ali about Allah and why they were bound down to him, because he looked exactly like Allah. Allah. He looked exactly like the brother Allah. I mean, like centuries and centuries and centuries ago, Allah. And that is why they called him Allah. So he came back here and he began to spread the word. And they knew that he was Allah, and that not God like that, but that our God was through our pineal gland. See, the prophet, when I let them all in, I learned so much. Wow.
Right there in Jerusalem, made great lamentations over Stephen.
Right there in Jerusalem, right there, smack dab in the middle of Jerusalem, is the United States. Acts 8 and 2. That is your life. Your tie, number 8. The 2 is for the son, like Ben, like Yahweh, Ben Yahweh. And you put 8 and 2 together, you will get 10. The number 10 in the nation of Yahweh equals completion. Why? Number 0 comes first. That is you. You are 0. Once you take hold to Yahweh, then it becomes a one, or you take Wi-Fi, or your pineal gland, your pineal gland, put it like that. Once you take hold to your pineal gland, now it becomes, you take hold to the 1, you see? Then that 1 will take you all the way through 9, and then next thing you know, and your pineal gland came in on the left, because you are the 0. You are the 0 and then the 1. Okay? So, your pineal gland comes in on the left because it is the 1 and you are the 0. It comes in on the left. As it begins to go through, it goes through. Once it get here, you have gone through all 9 letters. Once it get here, you have completed all 9 letters. Once it gets here, now your pineal gland stands on the right-hand side of you. You see? 10 complete. So they got rid of Yahweh Ben Yahweh, the nation of Yahweh, all our gold, all our estate. They did Black Wall Street and Haiti Celestis, whatever the fuck they do to get rid of Jesus. They did it. They're all fucking goddamn complete. This is why it is called Washington. They are washing tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of our minds. Man. I have no one to talk to about this, but this goddamn phone, that's so fucked up. That is just like too strategic for me. Just kill the Messiah. The Messiah is a messenger. I am going to take a small break to get to the restroom. Like, bro, shit talker.